long ago, God sent his prophet Samuel to find the future king of the Israelites.
Samuel, go to Jesse's house in Bethlehem. There you will find the new king over all Israel.
I wonder who that is.
My sons, come into the house. There is a guest here to see you.
Huh? Oh.
David, you stay there and look after the sheep. We're going inside.
Jesse, you say you have 8 sons?
Yes, and they are such fine young men. Here they come.
Oh!
Which one could it be? Surely this must be God's chosen one.
No, Samuel, you are thinking too much about what he looks like. You must look inside. You must look at his heart.
Wait. There are only 7 here. Don't you have another son?
Yes, but he is the youngest and the smallest. See him off there guarding the sheep?
Him? No, it couldn't be him. Could it? Thank you. I will leave now.
You must look at his heart.
What's your name, son?
David.
God has told me that you will be the new king of Israel someday.
God is my friend. He helps me save my sheep.
Yes, and one day I hope you save us all. Goodbye, David.
Goodbye, and God bless.
David's 3 older brothers were called away.
David, come over here and pray with me as I bless the men of the family for battle.
To go fight for the people of Israel.
Eliab, Abinadab, Shammah, may the Lord bless you and keep you and bring you safely home from battle.
But Father,
What, son?
you didn't bless me. I want to fight for Israel.
Don't worry about us, Father. We're old enough.
And strong enough. We can hardly wait to fight the enemy of God's chosen people, the evil Philistines.
We'll win and be home before you know it, David.
Hey, wait, everybody! Wait! Don't leave without me. Please. Please let me go, Father. I want to fight for the people of Israel, too. What's so funny? I may be small, but I'm brave. Why, just the other day, I saved our whole flock of sheep from a huge, ferocious lion. I hit him with a stone from my sling, and knocked him clean out. Want to see how good I'm getting?
Whoa!
No, David, not now.
First, I had to sock that lion right on his nose. Bang! And then I shook that rascal by his whiskers. And then I pulled his jaws apart and rescued our little lamb. And then... I'm not afraid of those Philistines. Oh! So please, Father, please let me go fight too. Whoa!
Guarding sheep isn't exactly the same as fighting the big bad Philistines, little David.
Stay home, little brother. Father needs your help to watch over the sheep, and Father can watch over you.
Grow up, little lamb. You may be brave enough to fight, but you're just too little.
Abinadab, Shama, time to go.
Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Someday I'll go to battle for the people of Israel, Father. Someday.
Now the two great armies met for war in the middle of a vast valley. King Saul led the army of Israelites. But the enemy, the Philistines, had a giant on their side. The giant came marching across the valley toward the army of the Israelites. His legs were as big as tree trunks, his arms were strong as iron, and his steps made the whole earth tremble.
I am Goliath, the giant, and all of you are nothing but King Saul's little servants. Even if all of you fight me together, you can never beat me! So spare yourselves. I dare you, choose just one man brave enough to fight.
Not me.
Not me!
Not me either.
Just one man. If he beats me, all of my men will be your servants. But if I slay him, all of you shall be our servants forever. Now, who is brave enough to fight a giant? Just step forward. I'll be waiting.
Every morning and evening for 40 days, Goliath marched to the center of the valley and gave his great battle cry.
Fight me today!
Not me.
Not yesterday!
Not today either.
None of us are brave enough to fight a 10-foot giant. Or foolish enough.
You are nothing but Cowards!
He said it.
He's right.
You bet he's right.
Well, what do my brothers think?
Could I?
No, don't even think about it. I'll try to...
Whoa! You're not risking your life for him. Maybe I'll...
Neither are you, Eliab. It's not worth it. Not even to marry King Saul's daughter.
Oh, but wouldn't it be great? Being rewarded with the princess's hand in marriage for beating the giant?
Oh, I wish this was over and we could go home to Father in Bethlehem.
The king will come up with a plan. You watch.
Bet I can get 5 in a row. Now remember, never be afraid.
David, that was a good shot, son.
Did you see that, Father? Maybe now you let me go join the army and fight with King Saul and the Israelites.
No, son, I told you before. They won't take you. You're too young to be a soldier. And you've got to get some more meat on those bones of yours.
But Father, I'm strong and I can run like a deer.
I said no, David. Now do as I ask and take this food to your brothers. Then hurry home to tell me how they are. Now be careful, son. I pray you will bring good news.
Who will fight me today?
Whoa!
Is there one man brave enough to fight? Are all the Israelites nothing but cowards?
Eliab! Abinadab! Shammah, what are you doing? Why are you running away?
You'd better run yourself. If you know what's good for you.
Watch out, boy!
But who is that?
It's Goliath, the giant. He's the champion for the Philistines against the people of Israel.
But why won't anyone fight back?
What do you mean? Look at him. He's too strong. He's over 10 feet tall. None of us could even lift his spear.
But what about King Saul?
King Saul will give a rich reward to the man who slays that giant.
He'll even let him marry his own daughter.
And none of you are brave enough to try?
No, because none of us want to die for no reason.
Eliab, why won't you fight? Abinadab, Why are you afraid? Shama, are you afraid of the giant too?
All the soldiers are afraid, little David.
Yes, little brother. Aren't you afraid too?
You're too young to be here at all, David.
Yes, little brother. Go home and take care of sheep where it's safe.
No, I can't. Someone has to fight Goliath.
But who? Everyone here is afraid.
I'll fight the giant. I'm not afraid.
You?
Yes. God is stronger than Goliath. And God will help me. Go tell King Saul, I'm not afraid.
I have news for King Saul.
What news?
So, there's this Israelite champion who's really a young shepherd boy. Says he wants to fight for King Saul and the Israelites. Says God will help him fight the giant. And he's never even been trained as a soldier.
Well, tell the foolish lad to go home. King Saul is no use for jokes out here on the battlefield. Tell the boy.
Tell the boy to come here.
But sire.
Joab, bring the boy here to me. Now. I wonder who he is. I wonder why he's the only one brave enough to fight the giant.
He is, I understand, a giant of a man, and I am not. His spear appears to be the size of a small tree, and all I've got is a slingshot. This Philistine is large, but I know who's in charge. I have a giant of a God, you see, bigger than the trouble in front of me. And even 9 feet tall starts looking pretty small next to the giant of a God with me. I fought the roaring lion, sent the wolves home crying every time. And with a little faith, I was not afraid. The fight was God's, not mine. This Philistine is large, but I know who's in charge. I have a giant of a God, you see, bigger than the trouble in front of me. And even 9 feet tall starts looking pretty small next to the giant of a God with me. I have a giant of a God, you see, bigger than the trouble in front of me. Even 9 feet tall starts looking pretty small next to the giant of a God with me. Next to the giant of a God with me. I have a giant of a God with me. I've got a giant of a God. Giant, giant, giant of a God. Giant, giant.
So that's the little hero?
Looks like he couldn't fight a flea.
Make way for the little giant killer.
I don't see any giant killer. I don't see anyone.
Neither do I.
Silence! Make way for this boy.
Huh?
I said make way for the shepherd boy. The king wants to see him.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Certainly, Commander.
Right away, sir.
Your Majesty, I am...
Silence! Let the boy speak.
Please, sir, don't be afraid of the giant. With God's help, I'll fight him for you. I'll fight Goliath for you and for all of the people of Israel.
But how can a boy like you fight Goliath? You can't match him in size or strength or skill, my boy. Why, you've never even been trained for battle.
It's true, Your Majesty. I am young and small. But God will make me strong. If God saves my sheep, God will save me from this giant. Now let me fight the giant for you and the people of Israel.
Yes, little David, and may God be with you. Joab, get my sword and shield. Get my armor. Put them on young David.
Huh?
Joab, I said dress the boy for battle.
Huh? Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. Well, didn't you hear King Saul? Do as he says.
I can hardly pick up your sword, Your Majesty. And your shield is much too heavy for me.
But, David...
God's help is all the armor I need. Please help me, God. Help me fight Goliath the giant for the people of Israel. Can you hear me, Goliath the giant? I am ready to fight.
Ha! Do you think you can fight with sticks and stones? You'll be sorry!
You fight me with your sharp sword and heavy spear, Goliath, but I fight you in the name of God.
Goliath! He's dead!
Run! Run for your lives!
Look at those cowards run!
Yes! After them!
Come back here!
And the Israelites chased the Philistines away.
The boy killed the giant! Goliath is dead! Where is the boy? Joab, bring him here to me.
Little brother!
It is you!
Our brave baby brother David.
Bring the boy here to King Saul.
Thank you, my son.
Thank God, Your Majesty.
And that is how little David beat Goliath the giant with the help of God. This was only one of the many great adventures God had planned for David. David the shepherd boy grew up to become a great king who served God. Throughout David's long and adventurous life, he always remembered the comforting words of God.
Do you know how the world began? How God created it by hand, from mighty mountains to the raging sea, to every leaf on every single tree. It's in the holy book. Just open up and take a look. It's a story for young and old, the greatest story ever told. So lend an ear and you will hear the greatest story. The greatest story.
A long time ago, Jesus traveled the land teaching people how to be good to each other and to love God. Many people listened and learned from his stories, but some didn't understand and had questions.
What are you doing, Jesus?
You are sitting with sinners.
How can you be a teacher sent by God if you speak to tax collectors?
These men take our money and give it to the emperor.
We've even heard you eat with these men. They have turned their backs on God.
I'm sure God will have nothing to do with them. Why should you?
All people are special to God. Let me tell you a story. Once there was a shepherd with 100 sheep, but he lost one of them.
Jesus told how the shepherd wanted all of his lambs safe. He looked and looked. Until one day, the shepherd had a big celebration because he had found what he had lost.
But Jesus, the shepherd, was just doing his job.
There's more joy in heaven over someone who was lost and then found, who changes his life for God, than over 99 people who don't need to change.
Jesus then told about a woman who had 10 silver coins.
But she lost one of them.
When the woman discovered she had lost the one coin, she was very upset. She spent the whole night looking for her lost coin. She told her friends and they celebrated. Because she had found what she had lost.
That's the way God feels about people. In heaven, the angels sing whenever a person says he or she believes in God and wants to live a better life.
But Jesus, in your stories, the shepherd and the poor woman lost valuable things.
And all sinners, especially tax collectors, are worthless, bad people.
There's another story. A story about forgiveness and love.
There was once a man who was both a wealthy farmer and a loving father. The father tried to teach them how to take care of things.
Thank you, Reuben, but where is your... Benjamin.
Even though his sons were very different, he loved them both the same. The father hoped they would grow up to be hard-working farmers. But as the younger son grew up, he dreamed of distant places. He didn't want to stay on his father's farm. The son decided to leave his home the very next day.
Father! I had a wonderful dream last night.
Really? What kind of...
I was riding the finest horse in the city.
Oh, a city's a nice place to visit, but...
Everyone stared at me because I was handsome, smart, and wealthy.
Yes, you are all of those.
Father, farm life is fine for you. You're a farmer, but it's not for me. There are things I have to do. Places I have to see.
You're leaving home?
Yes, you have always promised my brother and me an inheritance, money for us.
But it's for your future.
Oh, please, Father, I want my money now. I must see the world, starting today.
But the father did not want his son to leave. He would miss him a great deal.
Oh, thank you, Father. I'm rich!
Hey, that's not fair. Benjamin can't take his money and leave like this.
If that's what he wants, he can do it.
Don't worry about the farm, Father. Reuben will be here.
But I care about you. I'll miss you, my son.
I'll be all right. I'm going to see the world.
Wave goodbye to your brother, Reuben.
The father could only hope that one day he'd see his son again.
No more dirty hands, no more backaches, and no more work. Isn't it magnificent?
It was the son's first time out in the world, and he wanted to buy everything he saw.
Well, what do you think? Now all I need is to be seen riding a magnificent horse. $37, $38, $39, $40.
You have bought the finest horse in my stable.
Well, I deserve the best, you know.
Do you want that mule anymore?
Nah, he reminds me of my father's farm.
None of my horses are worth 40 coins. Why, this mule is worth twice that much. The fool doesn't care how he spends his money.
I see something else to buy. I don't care what it costs. I must be seen riding through the streets today. Whoa! Horsey! Whoa!
Father, I've listed all of our animals.
Thanks, Reuben. That was a lot of work. I was just thinking about your brother. I'm sure you miss him as much as I do.
The son was still spending money. He hadn't learned his lesson yet.
I'm sorry, you'll have to leave. I have customers waiting. I beg your pardon, sir. How about a big fluffy pillow?
The boy still only thought about himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your dining pleasure, be Ira and his funny monkey.
I must have that monkey. Whoa!
Excuse me, sir, but you have stayed here for a week. Will you pay your bill?
Oh, is money all you want? Oh, uh-oh.
Out. Get out of my inn. This will pay for your bills.
Benjamin was now alone and very hungry.
What am I going to do?
For the first time in his life, the son had to beg for food.
No free food?
The boy was so hungry, he needed to find work, any work. But the only job he could find was the worst possible.
Watch it! Don't make, well, pigs of yourselves. Oh, I'm so hungry. Thanks, little pig. I've been acting so foolishly. A pigsty is fine, if you're a pig. But it's not for me. At my father's farm, everyone, even the helpers, have a place to sleep, enough to eat. Wait a minute. I'll go home. Well, Father won't want me back as a son. Not after the way I treated him. But anything's better than this mess. Hey, he might give me a job on his farm. I'm never gonna snap my fingers like that ever again.
So the son decided to go home, and he hoped that his father would not send him away.
Thank God, he's come back. Sir, your son is coming home.
Benjamin? My son is back?
My brother is back.
This is a very bad idea. My father won't even want to talk to me. Uh-oh, too late. Is he going to be mad? Father, I'm sorry for leaving, and now I only ask to work in your fields. I shouldn't even be called your son anymore.
Oh, welcome. Oh, welcome home. I'm so happy you're safe.
What?
Let's have a big party.
Father? I don't understand.
Send for food, lots of food, and get some musicians. My son has returned home.
But the older son was jealous of his brother.
Whoa! Out of my way. Tell me, is the banner hanging straight? No, it's all wrong. Everything's wrong.
The father welcomed his lost son back home. And the son realized how much his father loved him.
Spent my money, lost my way. Left my house when I had it made. Just a slave to a broken heart till I found my father's open arms. Feels so good to be home again. No more roaming the world like the wind. I won't go back to where I've been. Feels so good to be home again. Feels so good to be home again.
My boy is back, yes, it's true. Set the table, prepare the food. Watch me dance, bless this day. So good to know he's home to stay. My lost son is home again. is home again.
I never thought my father would welcome back a boy like me. Now I can hardly believe the celebration feast.
My lost son is home again. No more roaming the world like the wind. I don't care where he's been. My lost son is home again.
Feels so good to be home again. No more roaming the world like the wind. I won't go back to where I've been. Feels so good to be home again.
My lost son is home again.
Where's Reuben? We can't celebrate without him. You're missing Benjamin's party.
I won't go. It's not fair. Father, I stayed with you and helped you with the farm, but you never gave me a party. But as soon as my lazy brother wanders back home, he gets a feast.
My son, anytime you want a party, you'll get it.
Huh?
I love you with all my heart, but today is something special. Your brother has returned. Like the tree we planted when you both were little. In the winter, it's empty and you might think it's dead, but in the spring, it comes back to life. I'm happy because I thought my son was dead, but he's alive, and now he's safe here with us. Come, celebrate with me.
No!
Help! Reuben! I've been a thoughtless brother. Can you ever forgive me?
Welcome home, brother.
The Father is like God. He is full of joy and forgiveness when someone decides to follow Him. No matter what we have done, who we are, God will always love us.
Bah! We are not convinced.
God even forgives the Pharisees.
Everyone else listened as Jesus told more stories that day, and they learned how God treasures every child, every man, and every woman.
Do you know how the world began? How God created it by hand? From mighty mountains to the raging sea, to every leaf on every single tree. It's in the holy book. Just open up and take a look. It's a story for young and old, the greatest story ever told. So lend an ear and you will hear the greatest story. The greatest story
It was a very sad day when the king of Babylon surrounded Jerusalem with his army. His name was Nebuchadnezzar.
Attack!
The king and his army stole things that belonged to God. Then they destroyed his temple. The king then ordered that the stolen things be taken back to Babylon, but that was not all he stole.
Ashpenaz, take the brightest young men in Jerusalem. They must be very healthy and very smart, so they can work for me in my palace.
Don't touch those. They are from the temple. They belong to God.
Take everything back to our kingdom.
So the holy cups and plates belonging to God and Jerusalem's finest young men were carried hundreds of miles away to Babylon. Among those taken were Daniel and his friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And even though Daniel and his 3 friends were hundreds of miles away from their home and the house of God, they stayed loyal to God.
Are you studying hard?
This is impossible. We'll never learn to read and write your language.
God was with Daniel and his friends.
Your language is very interesting, Your Majesty. Teach us more.
God gave them more wisdom than the other young students, and they loved him for it. In time, the king saw how the boys were 10 times smarter than all the wizards, magicians, and wise men in Babylon. And God gave Daniel something special, the ability to know and understand dreams. It was a good thing, too. King Nebuchadnezzar began having a strange dream.
Arioch!
A dream that kept him up night after night.
Bring me my best magician, wizard, and wise man. They must tell me what this dream means. Well, what are you waiting for?
On my way, O king.
Sleep, sleep. I've got to get my sleep.
O king, live forever.
What do you want to know?
Ask any question. We have all the answers.
Thank the gods. I have a most important question for you, magician, wizard, and wise man.
No, he's the wizard. He's the wise man.
He's the magician, O king.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Do you want to know what is colder? Snow or a dog's nose? Or how to turn goat's milk into cloth?
Or the number of giants living inside the earth.
No, no, no! I have been having a very strange dream night after night.
That's simple. Piece of cake.
No problem.
So tell me what it means.
Okay, but tell us what your dream was. Then we'll tell you what it means.
Oh, no. If you are so smart, first tell me what I dreamed, then tell me what it means.
You want us to tell you what you already know? Then tell you what you don't know?
But you'll know if we know what you already know?
Yes, yes, yes. I knew you were smart.
Are you kidding? No way.
Forget it.
Tell me what I dreamed right now, or I'll punish all of you.
But no one on Earth can do such a thing. Only the gods can tell you that.
And they don't live on Earth.
That's it. Now I'm mad. I'll not only punish the three of you, but Arioch! Get rid of all the wizards, magicians, and wise men in Babylon! Well, what are you waiting for?
On my way, O king. Arioch went to Daniel's house. He told him about the king's order to punish every wise man in Babylon.
Wait, Arioch. Please, don't harm anyone tonight.
Daniel, you're my friend. I'll wait, but only until tomorrow morning.
Let's pray, my friends. God must help us understand the king's secret dream. No one should be harmed over this.
Wake up, Daniel. I've come to explain the king's secret dream to you.
Thank you, God.
Oh, king, there's someone here to tell you what your dream means.
Impossible. Who could be smarter than my wizard, magician, and wise man?
One of the captives from Judah.
You can tell me about my dream?
No, not I.
Is this some joke, Arioch?
But God in heaven can explain all secret things.
Oh, I know what your dream means. I know what your dream means. God has told me to pass the word about what I've seen and what I've heard. It's a simple message, sir, with a truly holy theme. Oh, I know what your dream means. Oh, King Nebuchadnezzar, believe me, it's my pleasure to come here to you and shed some light. I've been praying to God, and this may sound awfully odd, but I understand the dream you had last night. Saw a statue with a head of gold. He was bronze and iron with big clay toes, symbolized kingdoms of this earth. The golden face that I saw shining means down here you're the number one king. I'm giving you the facts for all they're worth. Oh, I know what your dream means. Oh, I know what your dream means. God has told me to pass the word about what I've seen and what I heard. It's a simple message, sir, with a truly holy theme. Oh, I know what your dream means. Now the rock that rolled on down and brought the statue to the ground shows that earthly kingdoms soon will pass. Yeah, the interpretation is that out of all the nations, God's is the kingdom that will last. Oh, I know what your dream means. Oh, I know what your dream means. God has told me to pass the word about what I've seen and what I've heard. It's a simple message, sir, with a truly holy theme. Oh, I know what your dream means. Oh, I know what your dream means. Oh, I know what your dream means. God has told me to pass the word about what I've seen and what I heard. It's a simple message, sir, with a truly holy theme. Oh, I know what your dream means. God has told me, King, what your dream means.
Exactly right. You are smarter than all of my wizards, magicians, and wise men put together.
Not me, sire. God told me this secret, not because I'm greater than anyone else, but so you can know what it means.
But what does it mean?
You're king for now, but neither you nor your kingdom will last forever. But God's kingdom will last forever.
Your God is the God of gods, the King of all kings. Your God tells people things they can't possibly know. You deserve a reward. From this moment on, you will rule over Babylon for me and be in charge of all my wise men.
O king, I beg you, do not punish them.
Of course, anything you ask. What was your name again?
Daniel, if I am to rule, I need help. I have 3 wise friends. Make Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego leaders of Babylon as well.
It shall be done, Daniel.
Many years passed, and after King Nebuchadnezzar left the throne, his son Belshazzar became king. Daniel stayed in Babylon, and every day, 3 times a day, he faced Jerusalem and prayed to God. After so many years, Daniel was completely forgotten by the new king, Belshazzar. One night, King Belshazzar had a big party. The foolish king used cups and plates stolen from the house of God.
Is everyone having fun?
By drinking from the stolen cups, he dishonored God. He only believed in false gods made from gold, silver, bronze, iron, wood, and stone.
Let us thank the gods for this wonderful party. What is that? Wizards, magicians, wise men, come here, quickly! What does it say? Read it to me.
Many, meany, tickle person.
Many, meany, tickle person.
Tell you what, anyone who can read those words gets a gold chain.
Eeny, meeny, tackle, parsnip. Eeny, meeny, tackle, parsnip.
Eeny, meeny, tackle, parsnip.
How about this? A fine purple robe fit for a king. I'll even make you 3rd highest ruler in my kingdom.
Impossible.
Infeasible.
Inconceivable.
Is there no one in my kingdom who can read these strange words?
I know of someone, my son.
Tell me, Mother, who is it?
In the days of your father, this man had wisdom like the gods. Call for Daniel.
Are you Daniel? The one who believes in the God who created heaven and earth? Look, the gold chain, the purple robe, and 3rd highest ruler in the kingdom. Everything is yours if you can read these words.
King Belshazzar, keep your gifts or give them to someone else.
Oh, then you can't read it either.
But I can. And I will tell you what it says. Your father was so proud and stubborn he lost his kingdom. God rules over everything on earth, and he decides who will be king. You know all this, but you aren't sorry for the terrible things you've done. Tonight, you used cups and plates stolen from his temple. You have dishonored God. God himself sent the hand that wrote these words, Mene, God has counted the days until your kingdom will end. Tikeo, you are not good enough to be king any longer. Upharsin, your kingdom will be given to some other people.
Daniel, I know you speak the truth.
King Belshazzar kept his promise and gave Daniel the purple robes and golden chain and made him the third highest ruler in the land. What Daniel said did come true that very night. Another ruler, King Darius, took over the kingdom. The new king picked 3 men to rule the kingdom, and since God had made Daniel very wise, Daniel was one of the 3. Soon, King Darius saw how Daniel was better than the other 2 men, and he planned to make Daniel the one and only ruler of the land. That made the other 2 men very angry. The 2 mean wise men wanted to make Daniel look bad. But he always told the truth and was not lazy nor dishonest.
We must make Daniel look bad.
But how? He is just too good.
I have an idea. Daniel really believes in his God. We will use that against him.
It's me, God, Daniel.
I was right. Daniel faces Jerusalem and prays to his God 3 times a day.
This plan will work. I can't wait to tell the king.
Hey, it's my plan. I'll tell the king.
Not if I get to him first.
Why, you...
Theirs was a terrible plan, a plan to get rid of Daniel.
Oh, King Darius, you have many enemies.
And we know how to find them.
For 30 days, let's have a holiday throughout the kingdom.
For 30 days, no one can pray to any god or any human except to you.
I kind of like the sound of that.
But here's the best part. If they don't pray to you,
they must be your enemy.
So we throw them into
the lion's den.
By the gods, I mean by me, I like it. A holiday for 30 days.
Yes, a great holiday.
A feast like no other.
I must tell Daniel. It's a wonderful new law.
Daniel heard about the new law, but he was still loyal to God.
He's breaking the king's new law. My plan worked. Daniel is praying to his God.
Let's throw him into the lion's den. Wait, it wasn't your plan. It was my plan.
Was not. I'm much wiser than you.
O King Darius, we found someone who doesn't obey your new law.
Unbelievable! Who is this terrible person?
He is the Israelite, Daniel.
No, not him.
He prays 3 times a day to his God, just as he did before you made the law.
Shall it be 2 lions or 3?
I can't hurt Daniel. He's a trusted advisor and, more importantly, my friend.
But King Darius, as you know...
The law says no law given by the king can be changed.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right. Take Daniel to the lion's den. My dear friend. What have I done? I'm sorry, Daniel. I don't want to do this. You have always been loyal to your God. Maybe he will save you from the lions.
Don't worry. I won't be alone down there.
So that no one would move the stone and let Daniel out of the den, King Darius sealed the opening with his royal seal. King Darius could not sleep that night. He was very worried about his friend. The next morning, King Darius ran to the lion's den.
Oh, Daniel, has your God kept you safe? Open the lion's den!
But there was nothing to fear.
You're up early, King Darius.
Daniel was safe and sound.
I can't believe my eyes. You're okay.
When the lions attacked, God saved me. He sent an angel to close their mouths. The lions didn't hurt me. Because God knew I hadn't done anything wrong. And I haven't done anything wrong to you, O King.
Daniel, I'm so happy. And you call yourselves wise men? Take them away.
That was a terrible plan.
Don't look at me, it was your big idea.
Was not. Was too.
King Darius wrote a letter to everyone in the world.
Peace and happiness to all. From now on, all of you will respect the God of Daniel. He is greater than any other God because he uses miracles to rescue and save people.
Daniel continued working for King Darius and always stayed loyal to God. And God blessed him for the rest of his life.